offense set on first down. They'll run it to the right side. Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season. There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. At the 35, he's loose. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Right back to the well. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive. This guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack, and their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, well, I have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down.
They'll throw it on first down. Floats it out in space. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Lets it fly. What a snag by the defense. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
And on this opening drive, the offense trying to be aggressive, attacking deep down the field. But they're going to have to do a better job of taking advantage of those one-on-one matchups because that time the defense won. They were able to high point the football, creating the interception.
Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll leave it with him. Fights off a defender. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best 2 conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Quick handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And that's a nice stop by this defense. Nice job stopping the run, setting up 4th and inches. Listen, this is a no-brainer. If I can't get inches, I don't deserve to win. I'm coming downhill. I'm playing physical. I'm picking my play, whether it's quarterback sneak, fullback dive, whatever it is that we do great, and I'm going to get my inches.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game's 4th and inches, and he'd signal in Red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
And the Bulls are marching down the field. They go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. Russell to the ground after picking up the first down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
The Bulls will line it up on 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Can't get him to the ground. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Baker. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Hand off from the shotgun. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. third down after the run. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's third and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on fourth. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's first and goal.
And the Bulls will try to put one on the board on first and goal. He'll take it himself. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, South Florida. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31.
Get away from my damn cousins.
Takes the handoff. It's Peterson. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the first down.
Yeah, the basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other, stuff that goes with it, but you got to get the
blocking the back.
And he breaks into the open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
And the Trojans will have it 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Trojans! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Bangs it through for an extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Houston is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Old Dominion. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
With the catch, it's Washington. He is not afraid to use that stiff arm as a weapon as he bangs his way to the 28.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Zings it complete to the right. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires into traffic, picked off. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Trojans. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Ready to send the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks. But guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Didn't find much running room on first down. 2nd and 8 from their own 27. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Shakes off the tackle. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Here he goes breaking the pocket. On the move, he fires. Makes the grab. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
The Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Got rid of it just in time. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Offense gets set for second down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Catch in the middle, it's high. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on third and long from the 22. Looking for a man. It's Baker. Gets it out fast. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
They're not into threes. They want sixes. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on fourth down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And the field goal unit is on the field. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. It's good. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Going over the top. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them, and I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third down, he drops to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. The Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Going up top on first down. Coming after it. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Trojans will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Right back to the well. Finds his way for three out to the 33. It'll be third and short from their own 33. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
And the Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. To the ground with the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Dropping back, it's Baker. Trying to get to it.
Oh my God.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
From the gun, running back on the move. Still running at the 40. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they're going to have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Leaves it with the running back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds the hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run at it.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Akron is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Charlie Fry, this offense is not capable of scoring points every single time it sees the ball. They're up by a field goal over Charlotte. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He's going for the big play.
Oh my God,
and it
bro.
slips through his fingers. Incomplete.
Oh,
that would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
On 3rd down, going up top. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the ball will be blown dead at the 35, and that's where they'll put it in into play.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
Bro, come on.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Now it's a 1st down from the 43-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. Hauls it in. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Gain of 20. 1st down for the offense. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, USC 17, South Florida 10.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Now on 3rd down for this offense. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone.
Oh, it's blocked. Scoop it up and going the other way. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to impose their will with the run. At the 45 on his way. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
They'll give it to the back. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this defense has brought their A-game. Done a great job stopping the run, stopping the pass, not giving up a lot of points. Even right there, everything's difficult. They string it out towards the sidelines. Everybody's flying to the football. This defense has looked spectacular today.
Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Wide receiver shows motion. They're looking for an advantage to the right. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. The give to the tailback. Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14.
Brings up 2nd down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here's the handoff. He breaks a tackle. Tough running this deep in the red zone. He's got 4 down to the 11. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Quarterback checking the play. They'll try the run.
Well, they come up short. It's not going to set up 4th and 1. If I'm this offensive coordinator, I'm finding who's my biggest, most physical back, the guy that I can trust to get north and go get me this first down.
And so I'm bringing all the big bodies in on the defensive line, and I'm making sure I get a little bit of penetration so I don't let that big running back get downhill so he can fall forward, so he can get momentum going. Big-time 4th down and short coming.
And here we go. Down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Hey, 4th and short, it's time to be physical. You give it to your running back. You can see he gets physical, gets downhill, gets the 1st down.
And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the fourth with a touchdown. Quarterback keeper. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, USF!
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a two-point conversion.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Arkansas took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. And for a program that's won double-digit conference titles between the SEC and the old Southwest Conference, this is big time. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
On second down, just keeps firing. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Well, this offense is up against it here. Trailing late in the game, the defense knows they're going to throw the football. First down, they get sacked. Second down, incompletion. There's no mystery what's happening here. Quarterback's just going to have to make a play on third down.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Makes a move. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Now they need to pick up just a few more yards here to get within the kicker's range, David.
No doubt, Reese. We got to take care of the football, but we're trying to get as many yards as we can. Jesse, let's make this thing as easy as possible on our kicking.
You're right. And listen, you've got some time, too, so you don't got to panic here. Just pick the right play and go execute.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. They'll run it from the gun. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. What they would give to help their kicker out with a few yards on third down. From here, it would be a 55-yarder. They'll try to get it through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Going for it on fourth down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On fourth down, looking to pass. Touchdown Bulls! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
That's what we do,
That
baby.
is exactly what you want from this offense. Take almost all the clock, execute, and now go out and take a lead by a touchdown. Great
Was he out of
flawless
bounds?
execution by this offense.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They're lining up to boot it away. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. Comes out throwing on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, you look at the clock. We've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot.
He's going for it all. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is over, and this will be a game of what might have been. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like,